So shout out to Doc Racing for all that help. They even hooked me up with a discount code. So thank you. I truly appreciate that. But I'd also like to give a very, very special shout out to Chad over at Dynamic BMW. As Jamal would say, guys, you know why you're here. You know why you clicked on the video.
That's funny.
Today's a pretty big day for me, and literally. You guys have already seen that via the cinematics. This video is just kind of thrown together. To be honest, I'm kind of rushing the videos just so I can start working on the engine more and putting everything together. But as you guys already saw, and the kit that I will explain a little bit more in depth and in detail, later in this video, but I've chosen.
Let me stop you there.
Uh-oh.
We're not rushing the videos. Don't get it twisted. We're not rushing the videos because they're getting, honestly, the in-depth. If we were rushing it,
right,
we would just give them a whole clump full, hey, this is the motor, this blah, blah, blah. This
oh, yeah, no. When I say rushing, I just mean like I'm trying to shoot as many videos as back to back to back as possible so I can just start throwing stuff on the engine. But if you guys don't know, if you're not familiar with this kit, I chose to go with the Doc Racing Single Turbo Kit, and I went with the Precision Turbo 6266 with the T51R mod housing, and I'll explain a little bit more about that as the video continues. But this kit for me was a dream kit. Ever since I got the 335i and I found out about Doc Racing, I wanted to buy this kit. At the time, I was broke. I didn't have a lot of money, and I'm still broke and don't have a lot of money.
As you can see, the single turbo kit is every 335 owner's dream.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on what you want to go. I chose to go top mount. Like I said, I'll go into that, later, but, there's top mount, bottom mount, you have pure stage 2 turbos. Some people like to keep it twins, with the big guys who want to have the eye candy when they pop the hood, they want to go big single top mount, which is what I chose to do. So, without further ado, let's dive into this real quick, and let's, I'll walk you guys through the part, what the kit comes with, and some of the supporters.
That's my cue.
Some of the supporters of the build so far. So, all right, guys. So go ahead and just diving into the parts, what comes with the kit, what you should expect. You should expect a manifold. Now, I do believe this is version 2 of the Doc Racing manifold. Before, it used to be 2 or 3 pieces. And you had to use some V-bands and some clamps to put it all together. But I think they discovered that that way you had exhaust leaks and things like that, and people complained enough about it, I guess, or Doc Racing did enough testing to where they found out it wasn't sufficient. So now you have one singular piece, very big manifold, for your single turbo. That's just one whole piece, no more connections, anything like that. And just help you guys understand a little bit better, BMWs are either twin turbo, twin scroll, or single turbo, twin scroll. And to better explain that to you guys, as you can see here, there's 2 openings. So this is a twin scroll manifold. And then over here, if we look at the turbo, this is a twin scroll turbo. So anything that's twin scroll is gonna spool a lot faster, excuse me, a lot faster than a single scroll in that aspect. So this turbo should spool up, rather fast. It is still a pretty big turbo. Like I said before, it's a 6266 with the T51R mod housing. So a lot of turbo noises, a lot of whistling, a lot of jet engine noises are going to be coming from the setup. Other than that, they give you all the aluminum fittings for all your pipings, for all your coolant lines, for all your charge pipelines and things of that nature. You have all these here. I didn't really unpackage anything, just for the purposes of this video. I left everything packaged because when I actually do unpackage it, I plan on actually putting it on, and I don't want to lose anything as of right now. So yeah, there's your manifold. You also get your turbo blanket, if you will, turbo sleeve, turbo blanket for heat purposes. You also get 2 Turbo Smart wastegates, so that's really cool. You now get your, I do believe they changed the downpipe. They changed the design of it because it was kind of interfering with the clearance and the fitment of the actual engine bay itself. So now it's a little bit more squiggly to fit. And I do believe this design is new, version 2 of this design as well, so that's pretty cool as well. Then obviously we have our big boy sitting here on the table. This is again, precision 6266 ball bearing. I didn't say that, ball bearing turbo with, again, a T51R pod housing. As you can see, it is brand new, fresh out of the box, heavy, and it does have the stamping on it from Precision, so this is authentic, and it is very big boy right there. You also get your little filter that goes over the top of the turbo itself to keep things from getting inside and better airflow, I guess. Some people run it, some people don't. I probably will, depending on how much clearance and how much room I have. And then the rest of the kit is just your B-band clamps, hose fittings, oil lines, all your connections for essentially everything you need to make the turbo run, fittings for the manifold, bolt screws, and then you have your hose here to run the coolant, because you have to relocate your coolant expansion tank from the passenger side all the way to the driver's side in order to fit the single turbo and the manifold and stuff like that. And then you also get all of your lines here for your vacuum lines as well. And that's just a really brief description of everything you guys are seeing here on the table, everything you guys are seeing in the cinematics. Again, like I said, just trying to push these videos out as fast as possible so I can start assembling this on the engine. And I have done a pretty decent amount of work to the engine thus far. Last time you guys saw it, it was still apart, you know, here and there, but that same night I put the valve cover on, and you guys can't see it because it's behind my toolbox, but the whole cold side is pretty much assembled. Just missing a couple things here and there that I've already ordered, so I'm waiting for those things to come in. Once those things come in, you know, the whole cold side will be done. Probably tomorrow I'll start assembling the hot side, which is obviously the turbo side, getting some things ready to go. Still trying to stay on track for this being completely done and running by the end of this month, and so far I'm doing pretty well with being on track for that. But mind you, I did say running, not driving. There's still a lot of other things that I need to address to actually get the car rolling. Like I said, the car's been sitting for 3 years, so definitely gonna need brakes, rotors, pads, some suspension here and there, just to freshen it up and make it feel new again. But yeah, I mean, really that's it. Jamal, you got anything you want to say? Any questions?
What do I think?
He thinks
it's about time. I think it's about time. I think it's about time. Listen, I know that you guys have been following the channel for a while, but I remember the first day that I saw his 335. Remember like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
I remember in Wendy's.
Oh, he's gonna expose me.
No. But I remember you didn't even bring it to my house. We met
at OSW.
At OSW. Yeah. And as soon as I saw his car, I knew that Ben changed. He completely just had new goals in life, and it was awesome. And it was also very motivating. And now to see everything coming back full circle, you know, with this single turbo kit, he's living out my dreams. I had a 335 a couple years ago, and like I said earlier, I feel like everyone who has a 335, their goal is, you know, their dream is like, oh, single turbo, the Kraken or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, but to actually see it here and to know that, you know, it's going to be used, I hope you drive this car the way that you're trying to drive this car.
Eventually.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
But without a doubt, man, I'm happy, I'm proud, and I'm not helping you install it, but I'll definitely help you build. One thing that Ben and I have, it's I don't know, like, our friendship is so funny. For those of you who stayed this long, we'll give you guys like a little nugget. For our major projects that we do in our life, we don't help each other with. Like when I did the E36, Ben did not help at all. And I was fine with it. And with this one, I'm not helping. The only thing I'm gonna do, honestly, I'll get in the way. Ben is very particular in the way that he wants to do things. And you know, sometimes you'll see in life that there's just people that are very meticulous. And I couldn't be happier for him. At the end of the day, he's going to say that he completely tore down his motor and he completely rebuilt everything himself. And he'll be able to walk away from his parked car, turn around, look back at it, and say that he did every single thing himself. And I'm not going to take that away from you.
Yeah, you can't. You can't.
But yeah, comment down below, guys. What turbo you think is best? You did not go with the turbo that came with this kit.
No, I mean, I did it. It's a 6266, but it's just the T51R mod that changes it a little bit. So, I mean, it is the turbo that comes with this kit. But being that you said that, real quick, guys, in this video as well, I just want to go ahead and give a shout out to not only Doc Racing for hooking me up with this kit, but the turnaround time was incredible. From the time that I placed the order, messaged the owner, because me and the owner had been speaking for quite some time. I messaged him from them building, you know, pretty much everything, because all this stuff is made in-house, majority of it, to my knowledge. You know, the turnaround time was about 2 weeks. It was, you know, here at where I work, and you know, I was ready to go, full boost. So shout out to Doc Racing for all that help. They even hooked me up with the discount code. So thank you, I truly appreciate that. But I'd also like to give a very, very special shout out to Chad over at Dynamic BMW. If you guys are unfamiliar with that shop, it's because they're not located here in Florida yet, but they are located up in Chicago. The way me and Chad, the owner of Dynamic BMW, we met, it was actually via Instagram. It was actually pretty funny. It was around the time I had done Ken's G80 M3 run-in service, and he had ended up messaging me. He had just got his Jahar Edition 50th anniversary M3 finished in Grigio Gray, I believe. And he was actually going to drive all the way down from Chicago to have me do his run-in service, but it ended up running out of time before BMW Invasion. So he had it done up there, and then he heavily modified his G80 M3 right after that. But I would like to thank him because he sent me this nice handwritten letter. I don't know if you guys can read that or not, but if you can't read it, it pretty much says, "Enjoy, looking forward to seeing the finished product." And the reason why I'm thanking him and supporting this build is because he sent me out this 6266 turbo with the T51R mod, and that was his way of supporting me. So I'm very appreciative of that, all his support that he's shown me and given me thus far. I'm gonna make sure I link, you know, his website and his social media, obviously in this video down below as well. Go ahead and, you know, give him a follow and check out his business. Again, that's Dynamic BMW. They have two very, very fast BMWs. One's his G80 M3, which pushes, I believe, 829 wheel horsepower. And the other one is an M340 with a big single turbo that I believe pushes a little bit less, like right around 815, 816. But I'll post all that as well. Yeah, they build some crazy cars out there. So if you guys are watching this video and you're in Chicago, or even if you're here in Florida and you're looking for a reliable shop, not only for performance mods, but for maintenance and just good quality work in general, I definitely highly recommend those guys because, again, they've been very supportive to me of this build, and I have nothing bad to say about them. But that's essentially gonna wrap up this video, guys. This is the big reveal for the 335i.
About time, man.
Hopefully, you know, I get everything done by the end of this month. We get it in the car, we get the car running, and we'll update you guys at that point. The only videos after this essentially is gonna be me showing you guys everything assembled on the engine, and then the engine in the car, and hopefully the car running. It's either gonna do one or two things. It's either gonna purr really good or it's gonna knock really loud. So
I mean, don't get it twisted, guys. This is only the beginning of this series with this car.
Oh yeah, only the beginning.
This is only the beginning. This is ground zero.
Yeah.
This is where it starts.
Yeah.
And you know, a couple years down the line, you guys that are watching this now, God only knows what that car is gonna look like then.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of things planned, but we won't tell you guys to death anymore about it. That's for later, future videos. Comment down below if you like this turbo, if you like the T51R mod, if you like this turbo kit from Doc Racing. Comment if you think there's a better one out there. Comment if you think there's an easier one to install out there. You know, looking for any type of feedback, but this is the one that I chose to go with, so this is the one that I'll be putting on the car. Appreciate all the support as always, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.